Why does marriage fail? Hello guys, I am Mrs. Silk and welcome to my channel. I have been coaching hundreds and hundreds of men how to communicate with women, and many of those men have been married but now divorced. So in this video I want to talk about three things I believe is super important in the area of marriage. So let's talking about the first one. Why marriage is so important for so many? Well, when I look at my experience when it comes to couples and I compare serious relationship with marriages, I see actually very little difference between those two. I know if we are going to take away the financial reasons and any other reasons that is not part of the relationship itself, if we take that away, then I can't see any big difference between a serious relationship and a marriage. So why do people get married then? Well, I do believe that many of the factors is the assurance of being together in the long haul. So why someone propose to someone, even though things are good, is to really seal the way of that relationship not being short term but being long term. You like almost seal the deal, so to speak. And I get that. I get that people that have been together for some time really want to have clarity about, are we in this together long term, in the long haul? And therefore we express that by proposing and get married. So that is what I believe is the main reason relationship wise. But that leads to the second part, and that is why many marriages are so difficult. So here's the thing. I truly believe that many couples are not really ready, or the relationship they had was not meant for the long haul. I mean, it might sound sad, but I truly believe that many relationships are not meant to be forever. And when people get married and the relationship itself was not meant to be in the long haul, those two people would feel many times miserable in that relationship. And since they are married, it's much harder to file for a divorce than just a normal breakup in a relationship. And therefore I believe that many couples do struggle hard in marriages. And there is another aspect that I believe is very true, and that is that in a relationship it's almost always one person that is more into that relationship than the other. And if the person that is super into that relationship proposes to the other person that is into the relationship but not as much, we still say yes because things are good at the moment, and then they get married and suddenly they both figure out that it wasn't for the long haul, and that also makes the marriages super difficult. And that is leading to the third area, and that is what makes a good marriage. Well, as I always say, communication is king and it's the key. So in order to make a good foundation of any relationship, a real connection has to be there, and real connection is based on understanding and empathy. If we understand the other person in the real way, we can actually start creating the foundation of a relationship in the right way. But most people can't communicate with each other in the way that creates real connection, and based on that building brick by brick in terms of relationship. And therefore the marriages or the relationship is not good. But those people that can communicate in the real way tend to have very good relationships. So what makes a good relationship and marriage? Well, real communication based on understanding is probably the fundamental part. Anyway guys, thanks for watching this video. Subscribe, like, and I'll see you in the next one.